This isn't a thriller. It's real. Senior U.S. officials used Signal, yes, the messaging app, to coordinate a live military operation overseas. Then someone made a critical mistake. A journalist was added to the chat.
What JD Vance referred to as Signal Gate. And that is where you saw him articulate that the mission that they were discussing on Signal went as executed. And this, for this administration, is, at this point, it's not a defense necessarily, but it's the best pivot you can make, understanding that even Republicans on Capitol Hill are calling out the administration and suggesting inquiries.
Vice President JD Vance tried to brush it off, called it an honest conversation, but that wasn't the issue. The issue is how that conversation happened on an unsecure app using personal phones. Military veterans are outraged. Fighter pilots say if they'd done this, they'd be stripped of rank.
There are a number of people who have been expressing concern within the military community about exactly what happened and whether or not that, in fact, put lives at danger, particularly, possibly, pilots' lives at danger. I wonder what your first reaction was when you heard that, first of all, this chat was being done on a commercial, unsecured chat, and also that a journalist was a part of it.
And since that time, I've had at least 10 military friends, former military friends, who reached out and said, my gosh, you know, had I done something like that when I was flying F-18s or flying F-16s or serving in the special forces, not only would I have ended up in jail, I would have been stripped of my rank, probably kicked out of the military.
In combat, leaks aren't just embarrassing, they're deadly. Phones can be hacked, messages intercepted. A single exposed thread can unravel lives. Republicans and Democrats agree. This wasn't a media hit job. It was a crisis of competence. And it's raised a chilling question. If this is how national security is handled now, what happens next time?
So the idea to most of us who have served in the military of, you know, talking about classified information on non-secure channels and risking the lives or the safety of our men and women in uniform who are out there on the pointy end of the spear is really surprising to me, and I think surprising to almost everyone that's worn the uniform.